In today's video, we're going to be looking at these things, vintage belt buckles. I'm going to run through, we're going to have a closer inspection of this one, and I'm also going to show you some of the going prices for them and what type of designers and makes to look out for when you're on your travels. So let's get over to the desk and have a closer look at this cool one. So let's have a look at this in more detail. Obviously this is an Art Nouveau design, as you can see by the scroll work and the stylised almost flower bud. Now this actual piece is actually what they had classed as a nursing buckle, for obvious reasons, though they've been worn by a nurse. You get lots of different designs. Now this one, as I said, is Art Nouveau, and when we turn it over, we get a nice little surprise here, because if you zoom in, if you can see the hallmarks there and the maker, you'll see here, we've got that Al & Co for Liberty & Co. We've got a nice set of hallmarks there, denoting that it's sterling silver. And you've also got the anchor for Birmingham and the little date letter D, which means it's made in 1903. And Cymric there, the range, the silver range by Liberty & Co. Now, this is a really cool one. If it wasn't marked Liberty and didn't have Cymric on, it'd probably be worth £100 less than it is. I mean, I'd probably estimate this one to sale around the £300 mark. But you can get these all different prices. And it just goes on the rarity, the maker, and how cool and how nice they look. I mean, this is a nice one, but these can get even more better. You can get similar examples, which will have blue and green enamel on, some enamel work. If this had an enamel work on it, it'd be an extra £100–200. But you can get some that have with pierce, scroll work, all different, you name it. You can get them in gold, silver, pewter, all metals, but this is a silver one, so this is kind of a middle of the road one, but something a little more special than normal. The Victorian ones you see and Edwardian ones will just be pierce, foliate scrolls, that type of thing. But this is probably, as I say, a little bit better than those, and a cool little find, just because it's a nice Liberty & Co one. I mean, if you look at it, it's got the look of Archibald Knox, the designer who worked for them, but if you are familiar with Liberty & Co, Archibald Knox did some quality designs, one of my favourite designers for him. But what actually happened then, once he'd done a few designs, Liberty then started using those designs for themselves and editing them slightly and changing them up. So not all things that are called Archibald Knox are actually Archibald Knox. They're Liberty & Co designs, which is in nowadays speak being remixed, as it were. But yeah, as I say, that's probably around the £300 mark. Let's go across on the computer now and have a look at some other buckles, which can be worth a hell of a lot more. And we can just have a dive through and see what the going rate for these type of things that you can pick up when you're out and about. And it's well worth you looking to see if you can find them. As you can see, this is the first one up. And this is actually a Liberty & Co one again, so the same make. And as you can see, this one's actually got the enamel on. In the centre there, the red and green enamel roundels. And you've kind of got a almost like a planish finish, like hammered arts and craftsy. Now this one's hallmark for Birmingham 1910, and this one was sold at auction for £196. Now if you look at the back, same construction, and there's the marks on it, L&C again for Liberty & Co. Now that's a nice one, and it even come with the original box. Now that's really nice, that's a nice touch. Next one up we've got here, this is slightly different, more elegant. Again, this is probably more an Edwardian one. I'd have said probably 1910 in date, something like that. Now, this one's actually silver and white enamel. Again, very nice, very, as I said, elegant. Similar type of thing. Now, this one was sold for £165. And it comes in a fitted case. You can see it there in the hand. Very, very nice. 900 silver, so continental. And that one sold for £165. Now, this next one, this is more what you normally see on your travels. This is more of the run-of-the-mill kind of, I don't want to say bog standard, because there's a lot of work that goes into them, as you can see, the piercing and then the whole hand engraved. But these are the ones that you're more likely to run into. Now, this one made £55. You see, it's just a two-piece construction again. And it's just hallmarks on the front. I don't know if you can see here, but it has got hallmarks just down there. And as I said, that's £55. Again, another similar one there. This one sold for £85. Nice bold hallmarks. Again, a Birmingham hallmark again. 1911, that one in date. Similar again, and you will see them when you're out and about. You can pick these things up, so it is worth looking, and just bearing in mind what kind of prices I make and which ones you want to be looking out for. Now, next one up, this is a sterling silver and turquoise inset one. A little bit different this time. It's got a mark on the back there. And this one sold for £435. Now, this was over in America. I mean, that's got the look of almost like a Native American kind of style to it. I mean, very cool. Look at that. Very, very cool. Now, this next one, this one sold for £400. Now, obviously, you can see straight away, this one's got some Masonic symbols on it. So people collect Masonic memorabilia. So that might be why it done a little bit better. And it's more of a modern piece. I think from, without looking the hallmark up, that's going to be around 1970. In the 70s in date. So just goes to show that don't have to be hundreds of years old. I mean, that you know, 1970, where we know that's only 50 years old. But again, the subject matter and what it is makes it something desirable and something to look out for. Now, this is probably my favourite so far. How cool is this? These are obviously two life rings, and it's got the enamel flags on, the nautical belt buckle. How cool is that? If you just have a look at those. Zoom in there, the enamel flags and the life rings, so cool. Now, this one's all marked for 1896, so it's late Victorian, and again, same kind of construction, two-piece construction. And as I say, that's my favourite. I think that's so cool, and that one made £395. So you can see some silver buckles can be worth a lot of money. It just comes down to the design and the quirkiness and the how unusual they are. This one sold for £295. Now, this is absolutely, it's pristine. I mean, look at that in its original fitted case, and it's a lovely unusual shape. I've never seen one like this before, because it's actually, if you look at this, it's actually interlocking. You see the two pieces, they interlock into each other, and then it twists around and goes together, and it's actually got a patent number. So that design, Walker and Hall must have patented. Very, very cool. Lovely piece, and as you can see, the condition is pristine. As I said, it's Walker and Hall, hallmark for 1910. As you can see on that photo, that photo there, the hallmark. You've got the Walker and Hall flag, maker's mark. Then you've got the date letter S, and then you've got the crown for Sheffield. Just a lovely thing, and that one made £295. Now, if you found this video useful, check one of these ones out, because in these videos I show you some of the hauls that I've picked up, some of the bits and pieces I've picked up and actually gone on to sell. So go and check these out for some more cool information.